Welcome back, you guys. Sorry, the puzzle piece got me. It's been so long since that thing, I think since before the break. Yes, the puzzle piece. I have successfully avoided it since the break, but I just have not been looking up at my phone at all. Oh, this is uneven. Let me fix that and then cut to make it even. There we go. Yeah, the puzzle piece, Lauren, it's TikTok's way of verifying that you're human. So at a random point in the live, often it's around the 1 hour mark, so I should have been more on the ball with that, but at a random point in the live, not always, but sometimes they'll put a puzzle piece on the screen and you have to like slide it in place to prove that you're human within whatever. I think they give you a few minutes to do it. And if you don't, it completely shuts down your live. So it's hard for me to catch it because my phone is always above me and I'm never looking at it. And that's where it comes. So, all right, there's January. What do we think about that? Do we want to add? I think I like it like that. I was thinking of maybe adding like purple stripes or something to it, but I feel like that might be too busy. I'm going to glue it on because even if we did want to add something like that, we can still glue it on first. Where's my glue though? My double-sided. I haven't used it in a long time. Oh, here it is. It's on my desk. I definitely like the dark blue border better. You guys were right. Absolutely right. Yes, this is the new custom bullet journal. Okay. Lovely. Yes, the dark blue was the right move. Absolutely. All right, there we go. January. Okay, so let's do her cleaning tracker, chores tracker. Christina, if you're back in, just let me know what title you would prefer. If you have a preference, cleaning tracker, chore tracker, tasks, whatever you want to call it, just let me know. I am going to just kind of space out the page for now. So let's see here. We need 3 different categories with at least 8 spaces each, which means we need 12 centimeters, 13.5 centimeters, because each one needs a heading. Okay, yeah, we've got plenty of room for that. Yes, they would be very cute baby milestone books if I had the time for it. Okay, so let's just do a category break here. And then let's see, 8. I think I left enough space to do an extra spot. Yeah, I did. Perfect. Cleaning tracker. Sounds good. That is what we'll call it. And then let's do some light blue letters, hey? I'm thinking cleaning and then tracker and calligraphy on top. Let's try that for this month. Cleaning and do her. And then we'll add some little snowflakes. And then we'll do weekly. Bi-weekly. Monthly. They're from my shop, Anna. I sell empty bullet journals, kind of pre-drawn bullet journals, and then these custom bullet journals, all available in my shop. Discount code livestream if you'd like 10% off. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have 5 weeks in January. I'm trying to decide, do you think I should fill these lines with light gray or just leave them? Also gonna add some little sparkle bits in purple. I think light gray. Just want to compare my light gray to the purple and make sure it won't be too overpowering, because, oh no, that would look fine. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Let me just make sure, wait, every other, perfect, yes. I do, Anna. For international shipping though, you'll need to go to my Etsy shop. My website does the US and Canada and a few other random countries that Shopify chose for me, and then Etsy has everywhere else. All right, there is our cleaning tracker and monthly title page for January. Let me go ahead and just pull up a calendar here for 2027, because the next page that we need to draw, where is my calendar? Calendar for 2027. The next page we need to draw is the January calendar. So let me give you guys two options. Actually, I think for January, I know which one I want to do. And then that way I have that option to show you for future votes. Sorry, I shouldn't have bothered saying anything out loud. That just made it confusing. I'm gonna take a quick sip of tea before we turn on. Yeah, sorry, Lace of Spades. So I don't really have a lineup. it's first come, first serve when the spot opens. So I always announce on my Instagram stories and talk about it here on my live stream when there's going to be another one open. And I give about a week heads up, usually, an exact date, exact time, and then it's first come, first serve. So you, yeah, you kind of got to set your timer if you want to be the one to get it. It usually is Lace of Spades. My last one was gone in under a minute. So sometimes it gets really competitive like that. Other times it's like 15 minutes. So it's a little bit more leisurely, but. Yes, Blup, this is for 2027. All right, let me do our calendar here. So January 2027 starts on a Friday, right? Yes. I just need to like quadruple check that I'm in the right year here because I don't want to mess up a calendar, obviously. So 3, 6, 8, 4, 5. And then there's just one odd day out at the bottom here. So 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And then there's 2 days up at the top here. Let me see here. The dots are like just barely up. Okay, so I think I'm going one extra down. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. And 3. All right, there we go. Yes, Emily, we're working on the new journal. Let me grab my, which pen do I want to use for the dates? Maybe this one? Soda blue, ooh, that's a good question. It's this zebra mild liner that I don't see a name on. Yeah, I don't see a name on it. It's from the Natural pack, I want to say it's called, that released, I believe, in 2020. It's one of the zebra mild liners where I love the color, but they only offer it in chisel tip, so I don't use it near as often as I would like because chisel tip just isn't my thing. Lace of Spades, it depends what the person orders. So these are the pages that Kristine orders. I stick with her order. Okay, so I should have had you guys discussing this while I was doing that, but we need a title up here for January, and then this is going to turn into a notes section over here. I'm just trying to think of how to best incorporate our snowflake doodles into that layout. Just give me a sec to take a sip of tea. If you have some ideas, feel free to let me know. Oh yeah, sorry, Dancing Spoons. I did see your question. I have an iPad stand directly above me that's holding my phone. Yeah, I guess I can show it to you if you want to see it. But it is definitely meant for an iPad. That's the base. And then, so this is supposed to go around the narrower side of the iPad, but I put it around the tall side of my phone, which is kind of limiting because I can't really see my phone screen at all, but I do have my iPad in front of me so that I can see what's going on TikTok Live while I'm doing that. January title in an ombre look. Ooh, scalloped edges around the notes. I really like that idea. Little snowing house scene at the top. Okay. Ombre. I don't think I have enough blues to do January in ombre vertically, you know what I mean? Or were you just, oh, I think I know what you mean. Maybe let's do that. And then, yeah, I love the scalloped edge thing for the notes, but I'm not sure about, let me think about doodles. I feel like we either need to just like fill all the open space that's left with snowflakes, or we need to bring in some kind of different doodle that can be like, you know, just in the corners or something like that. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like those are our two best options. I'm gonna use the dark blue up here to write January. All right, and then I think maybe I'm gonna do a scalloped notes box and then just start kind of filling the page with snowflakes and then overlap onto January with white gel pen. I think that's what we'll do. And I think I'll make the notes box just kind of fit with the calendar, and then we'll have a lot of snowflakes down here. But I'm gonna do a purple notes box because I feel like everything is blue. Wait, I should do it one shorter and then put a scallop up there instead. That's what I should do. Pens. I use a variety. I always recommend the Crayola Super Tips when people are asking for suggestions. They're super affordable, tons of beautiful colors, and much easier to work with than brush pens if you're just learning calligraphy and stuff. But what I do end up actually using more often on the day-to-day is these Tombos or other similar things like the Lira Aqua Brush Duos or Zebra Mildliner brush pens. They're pretty much all the ones that I use daily are like dual tip brush pens. So they have a thin tip, which is what I'm using right now, and then a thick tip, which is what we use to achieve that lettering. So that's what I end up practically using most often, but I do recommend the Crayola Super Tips to everyone who is looking to buy a good, affordable set of markers for bullet journaling. No worries, Joanne. Learn calligraphy. You know, I always have such a hard time answering that question because I don't really, I mean, I know that I learned from practicing, like just looking at Bible verses and stuff on Pinterest and just copying over and over. I would make those as little like gifts for my friends in dorm and stuff. It was like a little watercolor wreath with a calligraphy Bible verse on the inside, always copied directly from Pinterest to like figure out where to do the thin strokes, where to do the thick strokes. That's really how I learned. And it really, like, I don't know, sounds lame, but just practicing over and over again, looking at what I wanted my calligraphy to look like, and then doing it again and again till it actually looked like that. Lace of Spades. Right now, I don't totally know. This is my first day back doing customs, so I really haven't nailed that down yet. All right, we'll have this be a notes box. Lovely, John. Yanyeli, I use the Languo P600B, which is also actually the freebie whenever you order a journal from my shop. I have my pre-made journals, I have empty A5 bullet journals, and this is the freebie that comes with them. Notes. And then let's add a bunch of snowflakes. Just want to see which ones I've already done. Okay. All right, and then I'll add some purple and white gel pen. I think that's all that's left to do to this page. Man, whenever I use like the fine end of things to do like, these aren't even small doodles, but I get such a hand cramp when I'm not using like, I don't know, when I'm coloring big things or like doing calligraphy and stuff, I don't notice it as much, but it's the little things like this that make me notice it more. Thanks, Javaya. Did you see the cover page? I love how the cover page turned out. I feel like it was a bit of a trust the process cover page. You know, halfway through I was like, okay, I don't know if this is quite what I had in my head, but it turned out. Thanks, Jen. I get that, Jen. I myself quit bullet journaling for like 3 years when I had my first and second kid, and then I just got back into it last March. So I guess it's been almost a year now since I've been back at it. But yes, I took quite the hiatus as well, because it can be hard to fit in to different seasons of life. Alrighty, okay, last step. Yes, I can show you the cover. Or like the cover of the journal we haven't designed yet, but the cover of the month, if that's what you're looking for, turned out like this, which I am loving. Yeah, same here, Jen. All right, now let's add the kind of sparkly bits and bobs to the letters here to finish off the look. All right, there we go. Let me show you how that came out up close. For January's title. So this is where we're at so far. We did her monthly cover page, a cleaning tracker over here for all of her monthly cleaning tasks, 2-page calendar with a notes box, and we've still got time. So why don't we move into a weekly spread? I'm going to take a sip of tea, and then what we're going to do is head over to Pinterest and find some weekly layouts that we can apply this same doodle theme to. Aw, thanks, Diana. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Thanks for the feedback. Okay, what was I just saying? Weekly spreads, yes. So let me just remember where we were at. So Kristine, you were thinking you wanted each day of the week to have a separate box rather than combining the weekend, and then have one additional box per week that will be either personal or tasks. And then on the first week of the month, you want that box to be events. Does that sound like what you were thinking? You're welcome to change that. I just want to make sure I'm up to speed on your latest update, and then we can figure it out as we actually work through it. Okay, so that's the latest update. So I'm going to Pinterest looking for spreads that have room for 8-ish bonus boxes. So she wanted a separate box for each of the 7 days of the week, one additional box, and then of course we also want space for like the title and some doodles. So that's what we're looking for, title and doodles plus 8 bonus boxes. Let me go back to my bullet journal, Pinterest board to weekly spreads. So 8 is the number. Okay. We could do something like this, and then have, it would look nothing like this because we'd be doing different theme, different colors, different everything. But you know what I mean? We've got like 6 boxes, and then what I would do over here, over here would be extend Saturday, Sunday, and put the bonus box for like personal tasks or whatever over here. And then this spot would have doodles and a title. So it would look nothing like this. I don't want you to think that we're doing the exact thing, but this layout with small adaptations would work well for the number of spaces that we need. What else do we have? So lots of my like go-to ones are where you split the page into quarters like this, and then the same thing like this. But unfortunately that really only works if you want like 6 or 7 boxes, because you kind of want one for the heading as well. So we won't be able to do any of those, which is totally fine. We just often do those if they fit. But I will bypass those ones. Again, there's another one like that. Okay, this one, something like this, would also work very nicely, except for I would just add an 8th box over here and have that be her like kind of notes section with whatever heading we are doing that week. That would be another good option. Let me see. That one has, oh, that one's got too many boxes. Something like this, but I feel like I would display it differently. But kind of days of the week on the inside here, we can do 7 days, that's fine. And then 1 or 2 bonus boxes, and then one side for like the title and doodles. I feel like that would fit well. I should save pictures of the weekly spreads that we do for like other people's custom journals, because I feel like that would make us a good set of options. But I always have those on my phone, but never on my iPad. I'm trying to think of this one. I just feel like this one would be better used with a different theme. You know, I like this one. It can fit what you're looking for, but I don't think this theme is the right theme for it. We've done that one quite a few times though. Okay, I like this one. Again, obviously it's going to look very different, but the fact that we have 7 separate days, and then I would put like a doodle up here, the title up here, and then this big box would be for whatever kind of notes we have for that week. I think that makes 4 options. I'm going to pop back into Pinterest quick to see if Kristine said anything, or sorry, back into TikTok, because I can't see my TikTok while we're on Pinterest. Yes, Robin, this is the new custom for Kristine. Ooh, Shelby, you're late today, like an hour and a half. Oh, let me show you guys the cover. We're doing her January theme. She's starting her journal in January 2027. Okay, so Kristine, we're gonna do the same type of thing that we did choosing the layout for the cover design. So we're gonna vote between those 4 weekly spreads options that I just pulled up. I'm gonna talk through each one first. So Kristine, if there's one that you see and you're like, yes, I know that would work, that format would work very well for my life, tell us in the comments. That will veto the vote. But if you don't have a preference, you like them all, we will go ahead and do a vote. So there are 4 options. Let me kind of describe each one, and then there will be a poll up in the top corner in just a couple minutes here. So option 1 is to do it like this. So again, none of these are going to look the same. We're going to be using these colors, these fonts, all of this style applied to this general layout. So the general idea with this one is just the tall vertical boxes for each day of the week, 3 over here. And then I would split this up like Saturday, Sunday, because she wants each day to have her separate box. Then this would be the kind of notes section. And then all of our doodles and title would be up here. That's option number 1, vertical days, little notes box over here. Option number 2, the days are much more square. So we would do it very similar to this. I would probably do smaller margins just so that there's more functional space on the page. That's just what I personally need in my own journal. But basically we'd split the middle of the page into 8 boxes, 7 days of the week, and then I would put her notes box right here with doodles along the top, possibly around, but again, I might stretch it out to actually make more functional space. That's option number 2. Option number 3 is to have more horizontal sort of boxes. So all of the days of the week are going to be in the middle column here. And then the side columns would have space for 1 or 2 different notes boxes. And then over here, I would probably do like January sideways with some snowflakes all around. So that's option 3. So we had like kind of tall vertical daily boxes, square shaped daily boxes, horizontal daily boxes. And this one is kind of back to the square shape, but arranged quite differently. So title and doodles would go up here. This right here would be her big notes box. Then the 7 days of the week, like so, and then a winter doodle up in that corner. That's option 4. So if one of my moderators, would you mind doing the poll? For 4 options, you guys should see it very shortly in the corner. Right below my profile picture, there will be a little clipboard icon. We're choosing a weekly spread, but we're going to apply this theme to it, so it won't look the same. Option 1 with the vertical daily boxes and a space for notes down here. Option 2 with the square-shaped daily boxes and a square for notes right along with those. Option 3 with more of a horizontal daily box in the middle, and then fill the margins with her notes boxes and doodles. And then option 4 is to have her notes box over here, 7 days of the week with a doodle here and a title here. I'll flip through them one more time without talking. Option 1, option 2, option 3, and option 4. And again, they're not going to look like that. We have a lot of changes to make. It's just kind of the general format that we'd be using for our inspiration. Let's see here. Option 4, does that sound good to you? Kristine, does 4 sound like it would serve your life well? Kind of square-ish daily boxes. Yes? Okay. Lovely. Then let's go ahead and do that. I just got to figure out the spacing here. That's always the thing, because, you know, this is a weekly layout that I never do. Let me grab my ruler. So it looks like we're going to want to split the page down the middle and then again into thirds horizontally. And we're going to need 5 weekly spreads here. So I'm going to count these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then vertically, we're gonna do, actually I'll do it on the side here. So 0, 6, 12, and then here we're gonna just go 6, 12, 0, 6, 12, 6, 12. Kelsey, yep, you can, if you get the custom bullet journal spot, you can choose whatever kind of pages you want. It doesn't need to follow a certain monthly structure, or you can follow a monthly structure, but you can have lots of like book related pages. It's very, very flexible. But again, the custom spots are very few and far between. So I always say that hesitantly because I just don't offer them very often. Okay, now we've got to stamp on our days of the week. I'm gonna grab my ink pad and my days of the week stamps. If you haven't seen these before, these are my handwriting, but turned into stamps. I've got days of the week, months of the year, extra headings, doodles, all that kind of stuff. And these save me so much time in my custom bullet journals because I don't need to write on all of the days by hand. Oh, I want to go to the next one. I almost stamped all Mondays on that page. You can tell I'm out of the rhythm of doing custom bullet journals. Monday. That's all of our pages, right? Yes. Do Tuesday next, naturally. That's enough. Alrighty, we've got Saturday. Oh, Kristine, you wanted a Sunday start for your weekly spreads. You know, I have never ever actually done that in a custom bullet journal before, so I'm sorry, I was very set in my ways doing these stamps. Would you like me to put your Sunday over here? We can still absolutely do a Sunday start. Would change the format from the picture a tiny bit, but yeah. Sorry everyone. By default, I always start my weekly spreads on Monday. And in all of I've done over 100 custom bullet journals and I've never had someone request a Sunday start for a weekly spread. So I definitely just slipped into my routine here. Oh, and now I'm putting it down there. Silly me. Okay, we'll cover that. We'll cover that. So now I'm trying to make the decision. Do we put, Penny, thank you. Do we put Sunday down here and then do a smaller box? Or do we put Sunday up here and then do, laugh cry, and then do a bigger title along the side or something? Where do we put Sunday? Yes, this is the custom journal. I'm just trying to think. Do we put it on the far left in the bottom? Or do we put it up top? You think top? You think top? Above Monday, bigger title. And then we still have an area for doodles and an area for notes. We good with that? Okay. Let's do top then. One? Yes. Alrighty. You guys need to remind me on other weeklies as we go through this journal. Sunday first, before I start stamping. That was obviously 100% my own fault, but now that you guys know, if you remember, then remind me as well. Alright, and then there's a highlighted row under each one. That's actually brilliant, Alicia. I will. It is changeable, yes. That would be a very good solution because then I'll either think that I'm stamping Monday and just go in the right order, or I'll be like, why is Sunday on top? And then I'll remember. So that is brilliant. No, Kristine, We use a Sunday Start monthly calendar here in Canada too. I know in Europe they do a lot of Monday Start monthly calendars. But for me, I like to have my weekend together on the weekly spreads. You know, like the weekend is a unit to me. So even though I use a Sunday Start monthly calendar, a Sunday Start weekly spread would throw me off so hard because like Saturday and Sunday go together in my mind. You know what I mean? But no, it's all good. I'm sorry, I was not in that zone at all as I started stamping. But we have recovered from much worse mistakes in journals than this, so we'll come through. I am Canadian, yes. Yes, yes. Sunday Start for a weekly spread, Natalie? Because yeah, I am definitely Sunday Start for a monthly spread, but for a weekly spread, I just like, I need my weekend together. Oh, nice, Alicia. I feel like I got ink on some of my fingertips. That's why I'm holding my hand funny, so that it can dry before it smears onto the paper. Oh, whoops, that one's supposed to go. Thank you. Yes, I do make monthly ones as well. Monthly ones, we've got like a bunch of... Sorry, the stack broke in half. A bunch of different just like titles for your journal. And my favorite thing is just that they're stackable. Like it takes up, you know, my weekly stack just sits on my desk and takes up this much space. But then I've got all of my weekly stamps right there. I like that it's like transparent so I can see on the page exactly where it's going to stamp. And yes, it's all my calligraphy, so they all match, you know? They all match and they're not just a font, they are hand done. All right, let's, oh, the theme? Yes, I can show you. This is our cover page for this month. So the theme was just like snow, frost, winter. So this is what we landed on together. Alrighty, so this box down here, I want to paste on, yes, change the stamps, you're right. I want to paste on the title so that it will cover up that Sunday mistake and match this. So I think that's going to be our fix over there. And then, now, Kristine, you can tell me if you want to fit 2 bonus boxes in on this spread, we easily could. We could put one up here and one down here and then have the January title over here. Or we could use this whole side for a title and just do 1 bonus box. Oh no, we're doing one, sorry, one is going down here, but we could fit another one in, sorry, here. Or we could do a doodle here. Those are the options. Sorry. I'm trying to change these stamps without getting ink all over my fingers because I don't want to get ink on your journal. Oh, and then I grabbed the... I'm going to have to go wash my hands, you guys. So yeah, let me know, Kristine, if you want to just have your 1 bonus box for the week, or if you want to do a second one and then all of the title and doodles will be over here instead of having title here and then a doodle here. No, not a notes box. She wants alternating personal and work, and then the first week of the month she wants events. Let me go wash this ink off my hand so I don't smear it on the page. But yeah, Kristine, if you have an opinion on that, just let me know. Oh, options. Okay, so we are gonna do your 1 notes box down here, but we easily have room for a second in this layout that we chose. So we could do like personal and work and then still have room for a title and doodles if you want to fit 2 boxes in instead of just doing 1. Let me go wash my hand. I'll be right back. Sorry, as soon as I stood up, I realized how badly I also needed to pee, so I did do a little extra break there. Okay. Yes, I do have a link in my bio. Contact Crafts is the company that actually sells them for me. We partnered together, so my handwriting sold on their website. The link is in my bio. You like the last idea? Okay, so then we'll do one box down here, one box up here. And so for the first week of the month, I know you want events for one, and then maybe personal or work. And then on the other weeks, you just want personal and work. And I'm going to, let's see here. Should we vote? Yes, let's do it. Let's do a vote. Could I get someone to start just a 2-option poll for us? 2-option poll. And the options are, maybe I'll wait till the poll starts because it's only 2 options. Okay, Nicole's gonna start it right away. You'll see it under my profile picture in just a sec. 2 options, trying to decide how to use this side of the page for her titles. So option number 1 is going to be stacked calligraphy for January. Oh, puzzle piece again. Okay, sorry you guys. Option number 1 is gonna be stacked calligraphy for January with snowflake winter doodles above and below. So stacked calligraphy, January, snowflake doodles above and below. Option 2 is to have January in big juicy calligraphy all down the side this way with snowflakes scattered all around. So option 1, January stacked, snowflakes above and below. Option 2, big January going sideways, snowflakes all around. And then over here, we're gonna do, where's the paper that I've been cutting from? Okay, and I messed up 2 weeks, right? So let's do, yeah, and then the other ones, it's the same dot grid paper underneath, so I can get the same look without actually having to cut and paste. So we'll do work. Yeah. Kristine, sorry, what would you like for the first week? We'll do events, and then do you want work or personal down here? Let me know that. And what did our poll come up with? Option 2, okay. All right. Let me start doing that. I think I'll do an uppercase J in this case, just like that. No heading on the bottom one? And then what about for future weeks? Do you want no heading on both of them, or do you, yeah, sorry. I'm just a little bit unsure of what to do for the headings now. So I'll do events on the top for the first week and then no heading on the bottom. What do you think about future weeks though, for top and bottom? just want to let that dry for a sec. I'm going to actually move the other way so that I don't have to let it dry all the time. Let's start over here. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Sounds good. Kristine. Okay. Alternate personal and work, and then bottoms blank. Call the bottom one notes. Okay, sure. Thank you. This is Tombow 526. It is pretty. We don't use this one a lot. This way now. Right. Yes, new custom journal. This is Kristine's journal. Let me show you the title if you just got here. First month, January 2027. And this is the title page that we made. And now we're working on the weekly spreads. Just doing the lettering for the last one. Then we've got to add doodles and her bonus boxes. And I might need to head off soon. My boys wake up for their naps right around now. My husband was out picking up groceries and I thought he was going to be back in time. I must have miscommunicated that because he just texted, I'm just going to wash the car, and that was about 2 minutes ago. So someone's got to be there when the boys wake up. Thanks, Lisa. Okay, Kristine, my plan would be to go live around the same time tomorrow. That is my default plan. I have a volleyball game this evening and we're having company over tomorrow evening. Otherwise, I would have done one afternoon, one evening. But then Wednesday, I'll do an evening. Wednesday and probably Thursday as well. I'm not sure if we'll be doing your journal every evening. We might do some orders. If I do have enough orders to kind of fill a live, then I'll have a designated order personalizing live instead of working on your custom. But yes, tomorrow I do plan to be live. Same time, same place, finish up January and start on February, which February is your birthday month, Kristine. So if you think of anything you would like to include, feel free to send over a picture or a description or something like that. Queen of Spades depends on your time zone. Oh, you guys, time questions are always so funny to me because it's a different time for all of us. But around 3 p.m. Eastern-ish is when I will be live tomorrow. That's roughly when I started today. So yes, we will finish January tomorrow and then start February as well, which is her birthday month. Kristine, if you want to send over birthday ideas, you are welcome to. If not, that will be up to us to find a cute little birthday theme on Pinterest and turn it into surprise you for your birthday. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing tomorrow then, is finishing January, starting February. Like I said, that'll be around 3 p.m. Eastern. And for those of you who are a bit newer to my page, if you like to know when I'm going to be live, what we're going to be doing, I always post those kinds of announcements on my Instagram story, so feel free to join me there. Same username, RyleeAutumn_. I also upload all of the replays, so this replay will be up tomorrow on my YouTube channel. And if you are interested in placing an order, like I said earlier, I do have empty journals or these journals where it's like a coloring book / journal. I did all of these designs by hand as well. You can personalize your cover, personalize your charms, your name page, all of that. And the discount code is livestream at checkout if you are interested in any of those things. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope to see you tomorrow or later in the week, and all orders will be packed on live. So if you do decide to place an order, you can check on my Instagram stories to see when we will personalize it for you on live. So thank you so much for joining, and I will see you later this week.